What's going on, champs and champions? It's FireMonkey here, and the final part of the Most Wanted live event has officially arrived. Now, we still haven't seen those skins I've talked about recently, you know, the jumpsuit skins releasing in the item shop at all, and it most likely is because they're kind of unfinished or something like that. They most likely wanted to get out this update or something and just had bugs last minute that they couldn't fix, but we do know those should be coming soon in the game, but luckily we did get some new quests. Now, I've already done these quests, so we can't actually view them in the quest menu, but what we can view and talk about is these brand new quests relating to the Progress the Bling quest line, which all relates to that free Solid Skull back bling you get just by completing all of the quests in the game. Now, there's something very interesting about the Solid Skull back bling, and it's that the quest, which we originally thought, you know, weren't going to be a whole entire system where you would have to do them right away or anything, are actually a limited time. So if we go over here to the, you know, actual quest line area and we move my webcam, you can see that you have 2 weeks and 3 days to actually do these quests. Now, once those 2 weeks are up, those quests are going to be gone, and if I do recall correctly, I'm pretty okay, we just got blinded there, but I'm pretty sure that that quest line, you know, end date should be pretty close to the end date of the season. I haven't actually checked, you know, 100% if it is, but you do have 2 weeks and 3 days to get all of the variants for this back bling, and then after that it appears that it's never going to be obtainable again, or at least the variants won't be attainable. Now, something very interesting about this whole entire situation regarding this back bling right here is it's caused some confusion, because in the actual, you know, event screen and everything, in the bottom left you can see all infamy rewards can be obtained without purchase. Now, we do know that all these down here are the infamy rewards, but does this actual back bling not count as an infamy reward because of the fact that it's technically not for infamy, but it's more for those little like golden medallions you get through the normal quest line? So I'm suspecting that, you know, maybe we could see stuff like, you know, the skin releasing in the item shop in the future or something like that, and I'm suspecting that, you know, some of these stuff could end up releasing later down the line, but we won't actually be able to have another way of actually obtaining it. I don't know why that lagged my game so badly, but we won't have another way of actually obtaining this back bling, at least through normal means. Now, also, you know, the whole entire all infamy rewards can be obtained without purchase thing could just be relating to the fact that, oh, hey, you could purchase stages and, you know, purchase these actual rewards earlier than intended, but seeing how previous events have gone in Fortnite, such as the one where we actually got, you know, the Dragon Ball cosmetics, we ended up seeing those event Dragon Ball cosmetics that were earnable through the event tab being sold in the item shop at a later date. So it is something that is a possibility, you know, in the future. Maybe we'll end up seeing, you know, this gold-blooded ace skin sold in the item shop, but at least for right now, you know, it's just kind of like a thing where it's like, hey, everything's event exclusive, it's a limited time, and if you don't manage to get through all 11 stages of this quest line, then you're just kind of out of luck and you won't be able to obtain them. Now, luckily, there is some good things to say about these 11 stages. So firstly, you can see all the quests over on the right side of the screen, and I know it's a very small image, but let me go ahead and talk about it. So the first 10 stages is just 10 eliminations each. Now, the eliminations actually do track per stage, so if you get 10 eliminations, you'll complete stage 1, and you'll already have 10 out of 20 on stage 2 and so forth. So instead of having to get 10 eliminations and then another 20 and then another 30 and then another 40 all the way up to 100, it's only a total of 100 eliminations, and the stage progress counts during a game. So let's say you have one game where you get like 40 eliminations, you absolutely pop off. Well, that is 4 stages completed for you instead of only having like one stage done and then having to go to a new game and so on and so forth. After you've gone through those first 10 stages of eliminating opponents, the final stage is just to get a victory royale. Now, keep in mind, these do work in bot lobbies, which I'm going to be playing right now anyways, but bot lobbies are going to be your helpful friend if you want to get this done, and I've also heard some people say that apparently the challenges work in Team Rumble. However, I obviously haven't checked that yet, so personally I can't verify or, you know, confirm or anything if they do count in there, but it definitely is one of those options for you to play, especially if normal modes like solos, duos, trios, and squads ends up being a very sweatfest version of Fortnite for you, and you don't want to worry about doing bot lobbies or having a second account or anything like that. Overall, though, it is interesting to see how this back bling is going to be exclusive and how they are, you know, doing these unique little things and having this unique little event where it's like after you've done the main quest line, right, after you've done all the goodies and everything that they put out there to begin with, you have this secondary quest line related to that main back bling reward, which literally is just eliminate players, basically, right? Just play the game and then congratulations, you got yourself a new variant and stuff like that. So for today's comment question of the day, I would love to hear down below, what do you guys think about the Most Wanted event? Do you think the quests were easy? Do you think they could have nerfed some quests, you know, made some quests easier, buffed some quests, done something like that? And what do you think about the rewards? I think overall it's very nice to see Epic Games using that actual event tab again and using it for non-collab events. Now, we do know that it was used one time before for the Dragon Ball event, of course, but the thing is, they have it in their API, and they can just add another event whenever they want, just like that, to that actual area with images and all that type of stuff. They can modify it live and everything if they need to change like an end date or something. So they definitely have it prepared if they ever want to do another one of these events before. And I do believe that even the Dragon Ball stuff still has its event data in the API and everything. So it's just nice to see Epic Games using that tab a little bit more, and hopefully this means we could see more unique, events like this later down the line that just give us something more to enjoy as we go through whatever season is we're playing when we get these mini events and everything else. With that said, however, I'm obviously going to be grinding bot lobbies to get the back bling variants and all that type of stuff before the quest end. And sure, maybe I won't use the back bling all too much, but at least I'll have the variants there, right? So one day I can be looking through my cosmetics and be like, oh, I have all these variants. I'm gonna show and flex it to my friend who just started playing the game 3 minutes ago, so they can be like, oh, look at this thing you'll never obtain in the game, mohaha, or something like that. And also another thing, this is just like a side tangent or whatever, something I've noticed recently is that whenever you will down an enemy, right? If you down an enemy, it counts as eliminating them. Like, look, we just downed the enemy, but if you look on the right side, it says we eliminated a player. And like if we go over here, we down this enemy as well. That one actually got fully eliminated, but it still says we eliminated 3 players when we've only actually eliminated 2 because this one is still down. Now, if we shoot it and eliminate them, it still is only going to be 3 of 10, but it is a weird version of how their quest system has been working recently that I kind of enjoy, but at the same time, I'm like, why is it working this way, right? It's not supposed to do this, right? Because you're not technically eliminating anyone. Now, an interesting thing with that, however, is that if you eliminate someone who's already down, like that person right there, it still counts as eliminating an enemy. So I mean, it's a more forgiving than typically how the challenges are, and I don't want to complain too much because I don't want Epic Games to fix it or anything, but I do always just kind of get like confused sometimes, especially with like the cold-blooded agents or whatever, like the wild card NPCs you can fight. Whenever you down them, it counts as eliminating them for one of the most wanted quests, and it's just like, what's going on here? Is this supposed to happen? Did I break the game somehow? I'm so confused. But you know what? I'm just going to enjoy it, especially while we have a lot of eliminate opponent themed quests right now. And I hope you champs and chambettes got something informative out of this video. So just finding out that the back bling has a limited time quest, what the quests are, and any confusions you might have regarding it, such as if you'll be able to do all the stages in one game, how the stages work, and anything like that. But until next time, hope you champs and chambettes enjoyed today's video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and peace out. Bye.